Hello, degenerate old schoolers, and welcome to another episode of The Orb. Tonight we're playing Xpoints 37. Duncan's my opponent, and he is on some spicy shit. Before we get to that, let's have a word from our sponsor. What is better than any lotion, ointment, potion, or salve? Ernie's Bag Balm. It will heal your knapsack, treasure chest, mudflap, beanbag faster than a fortnight. Bag Balm. So here's a look at Duncan's deck. Duncan plays a lot of green. I respect him for that. There's a few players in old school that are known for what they play. Duncan is up with and down with green. Now that being said, Duncan's green deck is faced around 4 green cards, 3 rows down, kind of in the middle. They're fucking Eurekas. Congratulations, Duncan. I like it. He wants to power out 4 mana, 2 colorless, 2 green to shove out this Eureka. And then he wants to drop everything he can. He has the birds for the ramp. He has some Moxen for ramp. He has a demonic tutor to look up whatever the fuck he needs to power out this Eureka. Soul Ring, also in there for the ramp. I mean, if he has to, he can cast an Urnum or a Darylor or a Trike or a Tetravis. But fuck casting that shit when you can tap 4 and just say, let's all play what we got. Show us your cards. Let's slam him down. He wants to slam down a Mirror Universe. He wants to slam down the Shivan Dragon. If you look in there, he's got the biggest, the baddest green creature there is, the Force of Nature. I mean, and even wilder, to the left of that Force of Nature, he has 6/5 Bartel Runax from Legends. Can't be enchanted, and when he attacks, he doesn't have to tap. What a fucking bastard. I love it. This deck is all fucking heat. I mean, so much heat. He has 3 fireballs. Looking at his sideboard, it's filled with a playset of Glooms, 2 Ice Storm to deal with those lands that are fucking a pesky pain in the ass, 2 Red Elemental Blast, 2 Crumble, 2 Tranquility, a pair of Shatter, and 1 Earthquake to deal with those white decks that get on the ground early. I like it. Can't wait to play it. Let's take a quick look at my deck. Here's a look at my Xpoints deck for the month. It's green, it's white, it's a turd on wheels. No, I really, on this matchup, it's not too bad. He wants to slam down Eureka and slam out some badass creatures. My creatures are kind of badass. We both share the Trikes. Sarah Angel is such a bitch to deal with. And Urnum Jin is a motherfucker on the ground. I mean, you have to worry about Bag Balm. But it is packed full of big, mean creatures. I do have Birds of Paradise to ramp. I have a Soul Ring to ramp. 2 Wrath of Gods to clear the board. The Reincarnations, you know, have been valuable so far. I have all the good white removal spells, disenchants, and swords. I did drop my points into some factories, along with the aforementioned Wrath of Gods, Soul Ring. And I have 2 books in there to draw through my library, along with 3 Sylvan libraries. Nothing's better than digging through your library. 3 deserts in there to take care of the little pesky creatures on the other side. Sideboard is full of tsunamis, COP Blacks, COP Reds. The COP Reds will be relevant against my opponent. I believe the Spirit Link will be relative against my opponent. You know, the Whirling Dervish, not so much. The Tranquility, not so much. I mean, we're both running Sylvans, and that's about it. Divine Offerings, who cares? I mean, you can chuck them in against the Trike. A Divine Offering never sticks against the Trike. The Trike's like the fucking Teflon Don. You can throw whatever you want at it. It can kill itself if it has to. It takes the poison pill. It's out of the way. But fuck that. Let's get on to game number 1. Let's see what happens here. And here we go with game number 1. Duncan does take a mulligan. I'm on the play. Penalty out. Birds of Paradise fired onto the foreground. Opponent says, fuck you, bye you. Play my own Birds of Paradise. Passes back to me. Drop down one of my points, I have a factory out. Pass back to my opponent. You know, really, neither of us is doing shit until we get 4 in hand. I'm sorry, 4 mana sources down. And then... oh, look at this shit. Fireball. And Duncan just fucking murders my Birds of Paradise. I heard him say, I don't even give a shit if you're endangered. He just... fireball. I mean... you want to knock your opponent back, right? And Fireball does that. And fucking Strip Mine does that shit too. Look at this. He missed his land drop. I say, fuck you, Fireball. Eat a Strip Mine. And he misses another land drop. Oh. This is good news for me. Send Factory in for 2. Okay, that's some work. He's down to 16. Not really ideal. I'd like to hit another mana source. Opponent fires out a Soul Ring. Yeah, that's 3 points. I got a Desert. I don't think he's coming up with his Birds of Paradise. I sent Factory in for another 2. He's down to 14, so I've done some real damage. He draws a City of Brass, tapping 4. Burnham Jin. I mean, he's big, he's nasty, he's a 4/5. I think he told my Factory to go fuck off. Which is understandable. But I do have him down to 13. I'm still on 20. You know, the race is real. The bad news, as Urnum's out there granting Forest Walk. My Factory's out there taking a shit. Not getting Forest Walk. But look at this. Swords to Plowshare. Collect 4 life. Get your fucking creature out of the game. Oh. Urnum number 2. That's a problem. That's a problem because Urnum does work against any robot out there. Son of a bitch. I say that out loud and I immediately slam down a robot. It's Triskelion. Which is terrifying to the layperson, as it should be. Its fucking arms are rockets. He's a 4/4. He's fucking forest walking. My upside is I do have 3 more life than my opponent. So in a straight race, he attacks. I get to swing back with 6. I have a Factory. I have a Triskelion. I am leading this race. I mean, I have 2 deserts, and I can shoot this bastard too. I can take him out back and just put one in the back of his brain, and Urnum is dead again. Downside is I now have a 1/1 Triskelion. Alright, he plays one of those Fallen Empire, tap for green, or sack and get 2 green sources. Comes in play tapped, and he also fires out a Sylvan Library. Duncan's down to 15. He does not attack. Well, this is going to be terrifying. All he has untapped is a Soul Ring, so, I mean, he doesn't have an instant speed spell. I added more pain with another Factory. And I'm sure I'm going to attack back with my factory? That doesn't seem right. Who's in charge of this drunkard? Someone come collect him. He's making dumb decisions. I mean, what the fuck? So, in hindsight, I should be attacking with the forest walking Triskelion. I do have a beer in front of me. Yeah, so this is ugly. You know, I was doing it just to wipe the board of his Urnum, but in reality, I should have just jammed in for 4. And then try and win the race. I mean, what am I doing here? So, this is my magic at its worst. We all make bad decisions. Maybe I was looking at something in my hand. I can't see my hand. I don't remember what I was playing with. Dumb is on a sliding scale. The scale was at the low end that night. Oh, look at my opponent. He's tapping 6. Shivan Dragon. Oh, this is a fucking problem. I mean, I'm still on 20. I have my opponent down to 10. But, I mean, really, he comes in with that thing. I can only crack back for 4. He's coming in for 5 plus whatever red he can jam down. That City of Brass has hurt him some. But as I see it, he has a Hammerheim, City of Brass, Birds of Paradise. He can make that Shivan Dragon 8-5 flying. And that equates to pretty much shit your pants terrifying. Opponent's tapping 6. Oh, look at this bullshit. Mirror Universe. Side note, I just got my first Mirror Universe in the other day. I can't wait to play with it. I've been brutalitized. I think that's a word. If it's not, we just made it up. By Mirror Universe before. There's nothing like feeling like your day's a fucking head. And then them just be like, no, all that life you were saving and keeping and protecting and doing well with is fucked. That shit's mine. You have my shitty life, and off we go. Okay. I do have a real answer. I slammed down an Urnum of my own. I passed to my opponent. He says, I'll take your 20. You can have my fucking 10. I think he poked me in the chest and called me dumb. I mean, it kind of felt that way. I mean, that's a big swap. He paid 6. He threw down an artifact. And it made it till the next turn, and it dealt me 10 damage, and he gained 10 life. I mean, can you imagine if one of the fucking cards we played with said that shit? Target opponent loses 10 life, you gain 10 life. I think that would be in everyone's deck. And there'd be 4 copies. Rightfully so. I mean, fucking Christ. So that's huge. Here he comes with Shivan Dragon. Comes in for 5. Pumping. Oh, I go down to 4 life. I mean, I should be shitting chickens right now. I mean, not the egg form, but like full-size chickens. I am about ready to die. I'm on 4 life. The last turn I was on 20 life. That felt pretty good. 4 does not feel good. My opponent's tapping, and look at this force of fucking nature. 8-8, he's trampling. I have what you'd consider probably the second biggest creature, Shivan Dragon, fucking taking dumps down my face right now. And this party is ending quickly. I mean, my Urnum Jin looks like a puny little turd in the corner. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's like Wrath of God or bust. Here we go. Sending my turds in. My opponent's back down to 15. I remember the old days when he was down at 10. He's blocking with Force of Nature because that's what an 8/8 trampler can do. He can just beat in whoever's face he needs to. I mean, it is the Force of Nature. And I say, shit, you got me. Sarah Angel in hand. Oh, man. Duncan just comes out punching, and he was throwing haymakers. I mean, one after another. Big ass haymakers. I went down. I didn't even look good going down. He's up 1-0. Eureka is murdering it. Let's swap out some cards and take a look at game number 2. And moving on to game number 2. Let's see if I can hold up a better fight than the first game. I am on the play because I just got my ass beat. I do have to mulligan this time. Stick down a forest and a pass. Duncan's Bayou and back to Birds of Paradise. I mean, he's on the race to 4. I stick down a desert, which is a joke against his deck. And Sylvan Library. It's yeah, we have a little talk about this. Music City Old Schoolers, I got this from one of them. I own the Sylvan. This is a little reprint they did. It is the Nashville skyline. Kind of badass. They do their own stamp on it. We always want to show off our little swag here. Duncan drops down the City of Brass. Looks like he's tapping 2, taking a point from the city, going to 19. First blood has been drawn. Last game it didn't give a shit because of fucking Mirror Universe. I mean, what a glorious card. All the damage you took didn't mean dick. Okay, here we go. Chaos Orb. And activation. Let's see a flip here. So I'm sure he's choosing my Sylvan Library. He does not want to see me dig or take a walk through the library. I do not blame him. And here's a flip. Oh, Duncan, I mean, that was like you made it. Clean rotation. We'll give it a 4.5. I think some of the other countries would have a lower rating for you, but it made it. It did its job. Sylvan Library, fucking in the bin. Chaos Orb succeeds again. Oh, look at this bullshit. Gloom. And I fire off his Swords to Plowshare. I said that endangered Birds of Paradise straight to the fucking Netherlands. I mean, really, what am I going to do? My Swords of Plowshares now cost 4. Disenchant is 5. We're over the Gloom. I play the Savannah. And I drop down a book. Opponent drops down a Sylvan Library. We're going back and forth pretty quick. We both want to chew through as many cards as possible here. I mean, he wants to get up to at least 4 mana. And he's got a ton of acceleration. I'm at 4 mana. I mean, everything I have is 4, 5, or 6 that wins the game. He's on like 4 through fucking 20 mana that wins the game. I shouldn't say that, but really, I mean, Force of Nature is what, 6? Trikes 6. His Axeman, I don't know if that's 6 or 7. It's a shit ton. So he's staring at his Sylvan cards. He only puts one back, so he takes, he pays 4 life, it goes down to 14. He knows I don't have any pressure on the board. Oh, look at this, Eureka is off. I have 5 cards in hand. He's down on 12, so taking an extra card with Sylvan is, I don't want to say genius, but it's a fucking great play. He's paying 4 life to jam out another card, and here we go. Darylor's down. I play it down in Sylvan Library. He plays down at Urnham. Play down Sarah Angel. I mean, I'm ready to fucking party here. And Axelrod hits the 6/5. Don't touch me with enchantments. I'm not even going to bother to tap to attack. What a pain in the ass. 1 creature with 4 power, 2 creatures with 5 power. COP Red Axelrod can be shut down with that, but his black creature and his green creature can't. And look at this. Holy shit. Shivan Dragon. This is fucking brutality at its best. Okay. So Axelrod can't be Spirit Linked. Shivan Dragon absolutely can be Spirit Linked. I don't know if this is the right answer. I do have a COP red down. Jams out another Mirror Universe. Oh my god, I think he's going to take life away from me again with that damn thing. I'm on 20, he's on 12. I mean... Oh, I might as well just draw extra cards. He has the board covered. And then he can go piss on my grave. What do I do here? Yeah, I'm drawing extra cards myself. I'll do the same thing. I take 2 extra from Sylvan, go down to 12. I know he wants to swap lives. And if we're both on 12, fuck it. Party on, Wayne. And he says, boof. Okay. Mirror Universe, not that good when we're both at the same life. I strike back. I mean, not well, but I strike back just a little bit. I think striking back well would have been like a way to clear the board. If I get the board cleared, I feel like I'm a little ahead with the book down. We both have a Sylvan that we can walk through. You know, here's Duncan looking at his next 3 cards. He doesn't have anything in hand because he played fucking Eureka. I mean, it says it on the card, E equals MC squared. Let's just lay down all this fucking cardboard and see what's up. And oh, by the way, I'm playing big, dumb, red, black, green creatures. I fucking love it. I love Eureka. Duncan takes a fair look through his Sylvan cards, wants to get it right. He's adding up the math. He's like, I got a big fucking creature here and big fucking creature here. Alright. He goes to 8 because, again, with a mirror... with the mirror, I think he's like, I'm taking these cards, and then I don't know if you saw it. I think he put his middle finger up at me and said, fuck you. He didn't actually do that. It just felt like that. So he's sending in his big fucking swinging dick here. He's 6'5". The Darylor at 4'4". And the Urnham at 4'5". He's not messing around with the Shivan. I do have COP red down. I think the Spirit Link I should have probably played on the Darylor. Mostly because of COP red. Other than Tranquility, he does not have an answer for the COP red. This is important. I mean, he is way ahead on board state. I'm ahead on a few points on life here. I'm on 12. He's on 8. I mean, it's time to do something. Okay, offering up Sarah Angel for the Darelore. Birds of Paradise, which, with that green die, shows you have Forest Walk. He was nice enough to grant Forest Walk. Random Gin to the Birds of Paradise. Looks like I'm tapping things. Yeah, tapping 4. Got a Swords to Plowshare. Okay. So, I've effectively cleared part of the board. Urnham is still alive. So, okay, Darelore swapped with Sarah. Yeah, Urnham's still out there. I mean, I either need to draw 4 more deserts, which I'm going to go on an outer rim and say is impossible. Or I need to come up like a fucking Wrath of God real quick. My opponent just fires off a Demonic Tutor, and he's like, fuck you. Do you want to see the best card in my deck? I'm going to show it to you here in just a second. And at this point, I don't know what that card is, but no, he's willing to search through his deck to find it. And there it is. 1 more Gloom. He pays 2 life to shoot it out there. So with the Swords, he went up to 12. Tapped the 2 City of Brasses. He's back down to 10. But I'm up to 7 mana for a fucking Swords to Plowshare. I don't know what taxation state you live in, but when it used to cost 1 and now it costs 7, that hurts. It hurts on the inside, it hurts on the outside. Disenchant, kind of like the same but different. I mean, Disenchant's now 8. Sarah Angel's fucking 11. I mean, I only have 10 fingers. Let's keep it at 10 or less. Sarah Angel has become not even cost efficient anymore. And he's sending in this big ass Urnham Gin. So I fire out a Llanowar Elves. I mean, at this point, that son of a bitch is just cannon fodder. The good news is I still have a COP red. I can still draw with the book. Life is not over yet. Opponent looks at Sylvan, plays out a Taiga. And I think I heard him say life is over yet, dumbass. I draw with the book. I block, and look at this. He pumps 3 times. I show him my damn Swords to Plowshare, but 5 to cast. I'm sorry, 7 to cast. My opponent says, your creatures are puny. Go back and try again. Duncan wins at 2-0. Eureka prevails. Fires off both Eurekas, both games. Yeah, Reincarnation. Not so hot against Eureka. When you get a chance, go through, like, leave us a comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.